All right, let's talk about the absolutely wild ride of financial technology, or Fintech as we all know it. It's really a story in a few acts. We're going to trace it all the way from this insane gold rush period through what I'm calling the Great Cool Down, then see how these maturing giants took over. After that, we'll get into the AI revolution that's happening right now and wrap it all up by looking at what's just around the corner and how it's going to completely change how we think about our money.
Just to give you a taste of how crazy this story is, let's just start with one number: 3,000. In just 1 year, 2018, over 3,000 new fintech companies popped up around the world. I mean, think about that. It was a total gold rush. It felt like absolutely everyone was scrambling to build the next big thing in finance.
Okay, so let's get into part one, the gold rush. This was that incredible moment in time when it seemed like if you had a solid idea and you knew how to code, you could genuinely disrupt the entire world of finance and, maybe make a fortune while you were at it.
I mean, look at this. The climb here is just staggering. It all kind of kicked off after the 2008 financial crisis, right? The number of new fintechs started to creep up. But then around 2014, things just went vertical. It accelerated like a rocket ship, year after year, all the way up to that massive peak in 2018. Honestly, it felt like you couldn't go a single day without hearing about some new app that was going to revolutionize how you manage your money.
And the result of all that explosive growth? Well, it's pretty mind-blowing. The US basically became the undisputed king of fintech. We're talking more fintech companies there than in the UK and India put together. So yeah, this wasn't just some passing trend. This was the birth of a huge global industry right before our eyes.
But you know how these things go. Every massive boom eventually hits a wall. And after all that frenzy, we entered a new phase, the Great Cool Down. This was a really dramatic shift, and a lot of people started asking, wait, is the party over? It's the age-old question, isn't it? Happens in every gold rush. When you've got thousands of new companies all fighting for the same eyeballs and the same investor dollars, how long can that chaos really last? The answer, as it turns out, was not forever.
And this investment roller coaster really tells the story. You see this massive run-up, with global investment hitting an absolutely insane peak of $239 billion in 2021. But then, whoosh, the drop. By 2024, investment had plummeted to its lowest level in 7 years. The era of easy money was officially over.
Now, this is a really important point. This wasn't a total collapse like the dot-com bust where everything just disappeared overnight. No, this was different. This was a market correction. The industry was basically growing up. It was moving from this wild experimental phase into a more mature one, where only the truly strong, valuable companies were going to make it. So, if the bubble didn't burst, what happened? Well, the focus just shifted. It moved towards what we can call the maturing giants. Fintech didn't go away, not at all. It just, it grew up. And all that energy started to concentrate in these really powerful, established areas that already had tons of users.
And if you ever want to know where the real action is, it's simple. Just follow the users. And would you look at this? The digital payments sector has over 3 billion users. That's billion with a B. It just absolutely dwarfs everything else. There's a very simple reason your phone is now your wallet, and this chart is it.
And check out the sheer scale of the big winners in digital banking. We're not talking about little startups anymore. WeBank in China, almost 400 million customers. Nubank in Brazil, over 100 million. These are the new banking titans. This is the proof that the whole fintech revolution wasn't just hype. It created real, massive, sustainable businesses.
Okay, so these giants are now in place, but a new force is starting to shake things up all over again. And that, of course, is the AI revolution. This is truly the next big frontier for the entire world of finance.
So, how is AI actually being used in fintech? The short answer is everywhere. More than a third of companies are already using it for customer service, automating things, giving you instant answers. Almost just as many are using it to manage risk and automate their internal processes. Seriously, AI isn't just a buzzword here. It's quickly becoming the actual backbone of how these companies operate.
And you can see why everyone's jumping on board. The business case is just so compelling. It has this incredible 1-2 punch. On one hand, more than a quarter of companies say it's seriously boosted their profits. And on the other, nearly a quarter say it's slashed their costs. I mean, making more money while spending less, that's the dream for any business, right? But, with great power comes great risk.
The upside is huge. Almost half of fintechs are saying AI has made the customer experience way, way better. But the downside is equally massive. A whopping 84% of these firms see data breaches from AI as a major risk. So the real challenge now is figuring out how to get all those amazing benefits while keeping a lid on these really serious new threats.
So where does all this leave us? You have the boom, the cool down, the rise of these huge companies, and now this massive AI wave. Well, the next chapter is already starting, and it's all about something called open finance.
So what is open finance? Basically, it's the idea that you own your financial data, and you should be able to securely share that data with whatever apps or services you want to get more personalized products. Think about getting a better loan offer because a company can see your whole financial picture, or a smarter investment plan. It's a really powerful idea, but we are just at the starting line. Right now, only about 28% of places looking into this have actually passed any laws.
And that brings us to the final, really important question for all of us. As fintech becomes this open, interconnected system all powered by AI, the lines between a bank, a tech company, and some app on your phone are just going to get blurrier and blurrier. So when your financial data can be moved around so easily, who are you actually going to trust to manage it? That, right there, is the question that's going to define the next era of finance.